found out today? I found out that the most important thing that we can do as horse trainers to make sure that we keep our bodies safe is to do a couple of squats before we do any kind of horse training. I'm Dr. Queston, I'm a veterinarian, I'm also a professional animal trainer. And you know, it's so amazing to me how many times I see people watching YouTube videos about animal trainers and horse trainers, and then they are not recommending positive reinforcement, or even if they are, they're not showing that they're actually a certified animal trainer. And so that's kind of bothersome to me. So like, I don't understand why people think that their horse trainer has to look like a cowboy with the chaps and the hat and the drawl and all the buckle and all the Western things to be legitimate. And they definitely are way more legitimate if they have an Australian accent, right? So I'm not good at that, sorry. Sorry if I was insulting the Australian accent, because it is definitely fine. There is no doubt about that. However, it doesn't make you a more qualified horse trainer. And I don't know why we tend to think that. So what I want to show to you today, so what a lot of those guys do is they say that they are going to train a horse in so many minutes or so many days, 3 days, 30 days, 30 days, you send the horse off to the trainer for 30 days. Okay, so I want to let you in on a little secret. And that secret is that I can tune you in onto your horse's love language. Now, wouldn't that be cool? Think about that for a minute. What if I could show you in one easy step how to tune into your horse's love language? Now, I offer to you, the proof is in the pudding. All those guys, sure, they can train a horse in 3 days, 3 hours, 3 minutes, whatever it is. Well, I can train 9 horses at the same time while they're doing whatever they're doing, scaring them and desensitizing them and just doing all these things that I have no idea what they're doing, or making up all these words that don't even make sense. And they tell you have to have feel and softness and all this stuff. It's like, okay, if you went to a physics class and they said, well, I can't really tell you the answer because you just have to sort of emotionally, intuitively figure it out. So I'm here to tell you that animal training is actually a science, and why you would listen to people that don't speak in science about their training is something that I am here begging and pleading and hoping to share with you so you can figure that out, and then you can speak your horse's love language like this girl right here. Look at her, you guys. Look at how cute and soft and willing and kind and low her head is, and she's nice and relaxed. I have all kinds of things here that she might want. Because every good trainer has all their things ready first, right? So I've got carrots, and I've got alfalfa cubes, pellets, grain, senior, all the things. So I'm going to use an alfalfa cube for her. And maybe put in the comments down below why you think of all these options I would choose the alfalfa cube for her. Good girl. Okay, so of course here at the ResqRanch, we clicker train all of our animals. So these guys already are clicker trained. They already know what that means. They've done this a bunch of times. They know how to go and to these cones. They know how to go to this pointer. They'll do all kinds of really cool things. And you're thinking to yourself, what are you doing that for? That is so dumb. I don't care about that. I don't care if my horse will touch a freaking stupid cone. That's why I think positive reinforcement is stupid. Isn't that what you're thinking right now? And it's not. It's literally your horse's love language. It's literally having the Rosetta Stone so you can talk. It's literally like, the chimpanzee that could do sign language and ask for her toys, her specific toys, and how dogs can do all the buttons and spell out words and things for their owners. I mean, it's amazing what animals can and will do when you give them a chance to do it, and when you understand the science of positive reinforcement horse training, how it works, what it actually is, how most of the people I see out there are doing it at such basic levels. It's boring for everybody because everybody just needs to know how to use it today to be able to ride that 2-year-old Mustang as fast as possible and not break any bones while I'm doing it. So now that behavior right there, it's not great, right? We don't really love that behavior. So guess how I'm going to respond? We're going to turn up the music and we're going to have a dance party. Oh yeah, I did it. Right. Because why? Because I'm desensitizing her to that at the same time as I am discouraging her from banging on the bars. Okay. And so this is a great time to remember our 7-step pre-flight checklist before we can do any kind of training with our horses, right? So we have to have them, we got to take care of ourselves, right? Check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? Are you bad? Is your back achy like mine from falling off the back of that semi on Thursday? My back really aches. So I need to take care of my back. And so now is a perfect time for me to do some squats. So I'm going to do that right now. Take care of myself first. So I'm going to kind of settle down here as deep as I can and kind of hang out and stretch out my toes and move around a little bit and get really secure. Because if I'm going to be picking feet or dressing wounds that are low on that animal's body, I want to be strong in my core, strong in my back. I want to be able to quickly get up and move. This is a 1,000-pound animal. It moves a lot faster than I do. I need it to be safe around it, and I need to make sure I'm protecting my body. And so that is why those kinds of things are important. Okay, but now we have a new contender here at the show. Let's see what happens. I'm just strolling along because I don't need to go chase my horses because they chase me, right? That's what you get with positive reinforcement. And that's a problem, right? Sometimes people are like, oh, they're mugging you. And so I don't interact with horses when their head is above the line. Okay, what does that mean? Well, as far as I know, no one else teaches that but me, and it's from my Horse Training Masterclass level 1. And it's a principle we teach where we talk about the point of the shoulder. So as a veterinarian and as you as a horse owner, it's good for you to know the horse's anatomy. So that is something that I think is important for you guys to know. So go look up your horse anatomy books and identify the point of a shoulder on a horse sometime this week, okay? So I want to identify the point of the shoulder, this horse, and this horse, and using that as a measure, as a barometer of that horse's behavior and emotion, right? So instead of saying, oh, can you see the softness in the eye? Okay, that doesn't help you, okay? I'm here to actually give you useful tools that can help you figure out how to use positive reinforcement and stay safe. So see how low her head is below this point of the shoulder right here? But then she like moved away when I went to touch her, and that's okay. Because again, I don't really want to interact with them unless their head is below this point of the shoulder. Good girl. So now that's a horse I can pet, that I can touch, okay? So what I see here at the Rescue Ranch when visitors come here is they so often, they cannot wait to get their hands on horses, and they think that I've been around horses my whole life, and I'm fine. You know, you're being weird. I mean, it's just a horse. It's not just a horse. If you look at the statistics in the United States about how many injuries there are from horses, especially children under the age of 19, it's one of the top 10. So you need to be very safe and protect yourself around horses, and you need to protect your children around horses, and you need to really learn the best, most scientific way to train horses, because I venture to tell you that anything else is potentially a ticking time bomb. I'm not telling you this to scare you or for any other reason other than to say, why try to make up your mind for yourself on how you want to handle this situation when you have me who's been there, who's been hurt. I mean, not only have I had horses and been around horses for over 30 years, and I'm a veterinarian. I went to college for 8 years to become a veterinarian. I'm a doctor. So I'm not just an animal trainer, but I am an animal trainer, and I'm a certified animal trainer. So how many of your horse trainers out there that you follow and watch their YouTube channels have a certificate from another governing body that's certified that what they're teaching you is accurate? Let's talk about horses some more, because who still wants to hang out? We've got two contenders, right? Two contenders. And we definitely want to listen, right? So it's very clear with positive reinforcement what she's saying. Remember how I said this is your horse's love language? This is how your horse communicates. It's a really clear black and white. Either they're here hanging out with you or they're not. So if you go to the barn and you hang out in front of the corral or the pen or the stall, and your horse has not come to you to do anything with them, don't do anything with them. You're ruining your relationship with them in that moment. Make it so that you're the most interesting thing outside the stall or the pen or the corral by having carrots and treats and alfalfa cubes and hay pellets and equine senior, because you have to match the reward to the behavior, right? So if they do something really awesome, you want to have a lot of cool things to give them. And if they just do something that's kind of then maybe you just pet them and you don't use food at all, because that's a very common misconception about positive reinforcement. So what I love right here is I have this horse who's giving me 2 eyes and her head is really low, and I love that. Okay, so I think that that is really wonderful and makes me want to really interact with her, and I will. So I'm going to get a little snack first because she's being really a big time, kind of what you might call a pick-me girl, right? Good girl. But you know what? It's not a bad thing to have a 1,000-pound animal be like, oh, can I be your friend? Right? That's like a lot better than the 1,000-pound animal being like, oh yeah, what are you going to do about it, right? So personally, I like my horses to be having this kind of feel with me and interaction with me than the other one. So positive reinforcement just means that you give them a choice. So if I was going to ride this horse, all I'm going to do with her, the first step that I am going to do, besides doing some squats, taking a deep breath, making sure I'm staying nice and centered, that I feel good, that my blood pressure is staying low. Because remember, when you're sitting on this animal, they can sense your blood pressure. So people always say, oh, I think he knew I was scared. Of course he knew you were scared. And if you're really scared, they get really scared because they really trust you, right? They want to trust you. And so that's really the most beautiful, amazing thing about horses, right? Is the fact that they're hardwired to have this really deep, meaningful connection with us. And it's the only reason that civilization has gotten to the degree it has today, is with all of the help of the horse over the millennia, which is pretty fascinating to think about. And so I don't want to miss a training opportunity. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to see if we can get this little girl. Oh, see, she's a pick-me girl. She came right on over. Back, please. 2, 3. Very nice. Good girl. And so I continued to ask her to move her feet, right? So that's something that you're going to hear a lot of times in the round pen, right? Move their feet, get your flag, get your rope, move their feet, okay? Yeah, you can get them to move their feet by getting after them, but you can also get them to move their feet by getting them to come with you. And that's positive reinforcement. And that's not hard, and you can do it. I'm here for you. I got you. This transformation is coming for you, and it can be used along with anything else you're doing. I just dare you to try it. I dare you to try it. The more angry and resistant you are about trying this, I dare you to go out and try to pet, interact, brush their legs with your horse through a fence, and see if they have the choice to leave or come and be with you. And when they come to you and you can touch them all over and they stay nice and relaxed and you can fly spray them to the fence. Good girl. So that's how you know you're still in a good, safe spot emotionally. You guys are still speaking the same love language, okay? So this is what we use here at the ResqRanch. It's my shoe fly and wound care spray, organic, you guys. It's organic and has essential oils. And we worked on the formula all summer, and I started doing this project last year, and then we wrapped it up this year. And this is just amazing. It's so great for here to rescue. You know, sometimes we have older horses with digestive problems and they'll get a little diarrhea or maybe have a urinary tract infection and get bloody urine that splashes on their legs that we have to clean off. And so it's so great because we only really need this one product. That's all we need. So this one thing replaces so many things in your tack room. And so it's going to be for keeping off flies, obviously. It's antibacterial for treating wounds. If their skin is irritated, it's soothing. And the thing that I like about it is like your fly spray that you have, all those, you know, strong chemical ones that only last for like 15 seconds anyway on a heavy fly day. And you know what I'm talking about, you people that love horses, because I'm one of you, right? I do this every day. So I know that I don't look like your typical horse trainer, but I think I'm a lot more fun than a lot of those guys. And our animals seem to have a lot of fun being here. And the other thing is this stuff is good for your hands, right? And so it helps take good care of your hands. And so what I like about this is, if you notice, this filly was banging the bars a little bit. I did not say no. Okay, this is a no-no zone. Okay, this is what we definitely call a no-no zone. So instead you train the right thing at the right time, and the right time to train that is when she was pawing. Okay, so you don't hold her down and spray her. You wait until she's doing something that you really don't love. And that's the same way that you brush your cat's teeth. Okay, so people all the time are like, brush my cat's teeth, that's crazy. It's like, well, remember, I'm not just a horse trainer, but I'm also a fish doctor and a dog and a cat veterinarian as well, and trainer. So if you have questions about your pets, whether it's their diet, making a homemade diet, I have a bunch of recipes and things that I'm working on that should be coming out soon. I'm really excited about that to share with you. And I also just really love the fact that this horse is still here, right? Those of you who know me and have followed me before know what I mean when I say, because she's what? How do I know I'm doing a good job training? Because she's still here, right? She's still here. Woohoo! I win! Good girl. So then basically what that means is that you can train this horse, the other horses, if they come back, they kind of got bored. That's their prerogative, right? It's totally fine, because here with positive reinforcement, the ResqRanch, these animals have a choice. We interact with them in their own love language because we love them. We want to handle them with kindness and compassion. So many of them have had, this horse was rounded up out of the wild as a baby, separated from her whole entire family, and run across rocky terrain, being chased by a helicopter, seeing 10 or 20 of her brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles die, break their necks, break their legs, in this brutal process of gathering up the wild Mustangs. And so that is something everybody needs to be aware of, that's happening right now. Right now in Wyoming, in the southeast corner, they're threatening to remove over 1,000 Mustangs right now. And so what we need is public people to pay attention, share these posts, illuminate them, get the light on them, talk about them, ask your congressional people to be accountable for what they're doing. Be more transparent about where the money is coming from and what it's being spent on and how the horses are being taken care of, and whether or not there's actually abuses with the animals happening that's just really shielded from the public eye, and how many of these horses really are being shipped off to slaughter. Unfortunately, probably some, hopefully not many, praise God, hopefully not many, but this one did. And so the fact that she's here, good girl, so she is safe. So what I would do at this point, if we were not trying to share with you all the things that I wish I had known 30 years ago about horses and horse care, and especially horse training, because nobody wants to get hurt, and we all love it, and we all want to do this forever, and we all need to do it in a safe way, and I can help you do that. I can help you make it so safe and fun, but seriously based on science, so we all can do it the same way. So if you come here to the ResqRanch, we can train you, and then we can all work together like a team. And then being able to do that, we can all work with all these animals at the same time together and help rehabilitate all of them and get more animals in to rehabilitate. And then you can go out into the world and you could get a job doing that, because you would know so much about animal care, horse care from a veterinarian, as well as a certified professional animal trainer. And so how do I know all that? Because I'm Dr. Q, here to help you have the most amazing relationship with all the animals in your life that you ever thought possible. Remember, I am the one and only life coach for people with pets. I really am here because I love animals with all my heart, and I know you do too, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't an animal-loving angel. So God bless. Please subscribe, share the video, get the notifications, all the things. Appreciate, love you. See you right here